Good evening, Glassborough. I'm Sienna Rampula, and welcome to RTN News. Tips for holiday travel, updates on Rowan sustainability, combining 3D printing and glass blowing, and your weekly forecast coming up on RTN News. Welcome back, I'm Sienna Rampula, and this is RTN News. A lot of students like to travel for the holidays, and here are some tips for air travel. The CDC recommends that you delay any travel until you are fully vaccinated. Now, fully vaccinated means 2 weeks after your second dose of Moderna or Pfizer, or 2 weeks after your 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson. Keep your mask on as much as you can in the airport, and try to take an at-home COVID test the day before you go. You don't want to get your family sick. Free flu shots are also available on Rowan's Glassblow campus on December 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Rowan University just launched its national search for 10 sustainability catalysts to meet climate crisis demands. The Catalyst for Sustainability cohort is looking to start new initiatives in sustainability research, looking for candidates with expertise in climate and biodiversity crises in either environmental justice, public engagement and storytelling, sustainability scholarship, and sustainability practice. Art students at Rowan University are combining 3D printing with glass blowing. Senior art student Daija McNeil had an idea for a vessel that captured the sound wave of her best friend's voice. She completed this by 3D printing a sound wave and then casting it into molten glass. Science was very intertwined with the project, as senior electrical and computer engineering major Nicholas Cruz stated that he 3D printed a life-sized human brain that's composed of hundreds of MRI slices from an open-source MRI scan. Coming up, Katie Amrine with National News.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to National News. I'm Katie Amrine. Last Tuesday, tragedy struck Oxford High School in Michigan after 15-year-old student Ethan Crumbley shot and killed 4 students and wounded 7 others. Crumbley has been charged with numerous felonies, including murder and terrorism. His parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, were also arrested for involuntary manslaughter. They allegedly purchased the gun for their son as a Christmas present and ignored signs from school counselors that suggested their son would commit this crime. After failing to attend their arraignment on Friday, authorities now are investigating the local artist who allowed the Crumbleys to stay at his studio. He claims he did not know that the Crumbleys were on the run. The whole family has pled not guilty. After months of inflation, gas prices in America are finally beginning to decrease. According to AAA, the national average price per gallon of regular gas fell to $3.35, which is the lowest it has been in 7 weeks. This comes after President Joe Biden announced on November 23rd that the country's emergency oil reserve would be released, which contains about 50 million barrels. This is the largest release from a reserve in U.S. history. While the price change at the pump won't be dramatic, it will certainly be better than it has been the last few months. Finally tonight, former Empire star Jussie Smollett's criminal trial took place on Monday. Back in 2019, he told Chicago police that he was the subject of a hate crime, but after a thorough investigation, police concluded that Smallett staged the attack. At the trial, he denied doing so. Brothers Ola and Bola Osundario testified against Smallett, saying that he paid and directed them to carry out the anti-gay and racist attack to get sympathetic media coverage. If Smallett is convicted, he will spend up to 3 years in prison. That was national news for you tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Katie Amrine. Back to Sienna at the desk.
Thank you so much, Katie. After the break, we have Gianna with our weekly forecast.
Less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
I'm Gianna Malgieri. Let's take a look at our weekly forecast. For Wednesday, we have a high of 43 and a low of 30 with a chance of precipitation throughout the day. Thursday will be similar, cloudy with a high of 43 and a low of 27. Friday will also be cloudy with a high of 54 and a low of 30. Saturday, there's a 60% chance of rain and a high of 68 and a low of 48. Sunday will be a mix of sunshine and clouds with a high reaching 47 and lows dipping to 34. Monday will be sunny with a high of 52 and a low of 30. And Tuesday of next week, we'll see a high of 55 and a low of 34 with sunshine. That's all for your weekly weather. Now back to Sienna after the break.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry, I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Sienna Rampula, and this was RTN News. Good night, Glassboro, and happy holidays.